Joe Biden's first solo news conference in months has done little to reassure his critics that he should remain in America's top job. The excruciating hour brought more gaffes and stumbles, intensifying pressure on him to step aside. Jonathan Kersley reports.
The president's pitch to turn things around didn't start well.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
That was Joe Biden's response to the very first question. He meant to say Kamala Harris. From his senior team, it was a look of dread. The much-anticipated appearance from an under-siege commander-in-chief became even more so after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. We're going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, at the very end, I said, Putin. I said, no, I'm sorry, Zelensky.
As he stood his ground against calls from Democrats to end his presidential run.
I'm the most qualified person. I'm not in this for my legacy. I'm in this to complete the job I started.
He admitted there were others who could win and denied having an 8 p.m. curfew for events.
That's not true.
Joe Biden was fluent on national security and adamant he's prepared to take on dictators.
I'm dealing with Xi right now.
But there were more slip-ups.
A neurologist. Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Australia. I already mentioned Australia.
Questions over his future with a backdrop of this NATO summit.
I think his mood was fine.
We got a good outcome and I think he should be given credit for that.
Polling prior to the media conference indicated Joe Biden is still neck and neck with Donald Trump, but 2/3 of voters want him to quit the race. President Biden says there's only one way he'd withdraw.
Unless they came back and said, there's no way you can win.
Tonight, 3 more Democrats called for Joe Biden to pull out, and CNN reports Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi have privately expressed their concerns.
Joe Biden is defiant. He is a battle, but today's performance, the slips, the stumbles are only likely to further add more pressure to a president who turns 82 later on this year. This right now is America's commander-in-chief trying to cling on in the fight of his political life.
The best way to reassure the country is to assure himself he's the most qualified.
This was rambling, stumbling, bumbling. You misled the American people.
Many Democrats think he just can't win.
No one's saying that.
And online, Donald Trump mocked his memory.
How do you combat that criticism from tonight?
Listen to him.
The question tonight, what are Democrats hearing? In Washington, D.C., Jonathan Kersley, 9 News. Joe Biden's aim was to show he's up to the job of being the leader of the free world. His supporters praised him, his critics leapt at him. Tomorrow, he'll be out campaigning in the crucial state of Michigan. But as more Democrats pile on, it may be time is running out for Joe Biden to turn things around.